Hey guys, Mike McErlane with another episode of Workout 101 on workouttrainer.com right here at Total Body Fitness Gym in Oak Park, California. The barbell overhead squat. A lot of people are doing it these days. See a lot of people either not doing it correctly, or maybe even doing it to where they hurt themselves. But you gotta understand the technique of how to do it. You gotta understand the benefits of why you're even trying to do it. So I'm gonna demonstrate the movement first, okay, do a couple reps, and then talk to you guys about the specifics and the advantages of the barbell overhead squat versus some of the other traditional squats, okay? Normally, you would wanna have this barbell in a rack, but a lot of gyms, maybe they don't have the rack. If all you can do is pull the barbell from the floor, that's okay. I'm gonna explain how to get it up over your head. Pulling the barbell from the floor, what you wanna do is you just wanna go ahead and grab it just like a power clean, and you wanna go ahead and clean it up to your shoulders and press it up and over behind your head. Get your hands wide, get your feet wide, okay, in a barbell overhead squat. Because you got to have a wide base in order to maintain the stability once you press the barbell overhead. Get your feet wide, go ahead, press the barbell up, over your head, and execute the movement. And I'll talk to you guys about the benefits here in just a second, but it's a little hard holding 135 pounds over my head, squatting it. All right, here we go. And usually if you have bumper plates, you just release the bar from overhead. In this case, I'm gonna bring my feet together, drop it down like in a snatch, and put it down safely. If you guys understand how to do those movements to get the bar up and over, just set it up on a rack and unrack it from a power rack or a squat rack, okay? Or have somebody help you get it overhead. But if you can't do that, you probably shouldn't be doing this movement anyway. It's a very advanced movement, guys. Okay, first of all, the technique. Let's explain the technique. When you're doing a barbell overhead squat, you want to get your feet wide, all right? I don't care what anybody else says, your feet need to be wide. Because if your feet aren't wide, what happens is you're holding weight over your head that is above your center line of your core, okay? The further that weight goes away from your core, above your head, the more unstable you become. If you don't have a wide base, what happens is you can cause injury and lose the weight, it can fall. So you want to get your weight, your feet, normally your feet are shoulder width apart. You want to go ahead and get them wider than shoulder width apart and turn your toes out slightly. Don't have your toes straight ahead, because by having your toes straight ahead with the wide stance, your knees will track inside, which you don't want. You want to turn your toes out to where your knees track outside, almost like as in a sumo squat, okay? Because you're in an erect position when you're squatting, because the weight is in front of your head, you want to get an anterior tilt in your pelvis, which means your ass sticks out. So first thing you want to do is, once the barbell is overhead, turn your feet out, get a wide stance, go ahead and keep your core tight, but allow a posterior tilt into your hips, okay? Because your hips need to move back, okay, to maintain stability and balance. With your shoulders and with how you're holding the weight above your head, there are notches on the barbell here, guys, okay? Your hands need to be outside of these notches here. Some of us have longer arms, some shorter arms, so a lot of times people will do a barbell overhead squat with their hands all the way to the actual stops here. But I don't care how short or how long your arms are, they need to be outside of these notches here, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to actually get the extension that you need in your shoulders. If your hands are here, you're not going to be able to allow the bar to sit behind your head. If your hands are here, the bar can't go behind your head because your arms are too close together. They have to be wide for you guys to get your hands in the position where they need to be, straight, perpendicular, with your center of balance and your center of gravity here. So as you go back with your hands wide, your feet wide, in a big jumping jack style fashion here, you have to roll your wrists back with the barbell, okay? So you want to roll your wrist back to where the barbell is sitting flat across your wrist. What that's going to do is even put the barbell in a position even further back behind your center line, which is going to allow you guys to lower down. So as you lower down, you want to maintain your spine in an erect position, which means you don't want to lean forward. So you have to shift your hips back and keep a good and upright base, which means your chest, look how upright I am. My chest and my torso does not change as I stand up or as I go down here, okay? So I'm maintaining an erect spine and erect torso. Nothing changes here. And that's gonna make sure that you're using the core that you need to, as well as the type of muscles that you're needing in your lower legs to perform the movement. So as you do it here, turn to the side, you can see the position of the bar and how it tracks evenly up and down the center line of gravity. Get it up. Maintaining an erect spine. Boom. And right back up. Okay? You see how my hands are back? The bar is behind my head. My hips stick out. Boom. And up. Go down to that parallel position. Boom. And up. Okay? I know you guys like me saying boom. Barbell overhead squat. The benefits of it. It's a tough movement to do. It's an advanced movement to do. If you don't know how to squat, you're not familiar with squatting, get the technique of a traditional squat down first. Then you can move into a barbell overhead squat. The benefits of it, it's a massive amount of core strength and stability. So you have to have a strong core to do it. A lot of stress on the shoulders, on the spine, and on the legs. It's much harder than any other version of the squat that you've ever done before, but it is a great movement to do if you're interested in enhancing your performance, your core strength, and also really emphasizing your legs in a completely different way. You're not going for a lot of heavy weight here, okay? This movement is primarily a core strength and performance type of a movement, but I would not execute it unless you understand the technique. Try with the broomstick at first or an empty barbell to get the technique down before you start increasing in weight. But for those of you who actually understand how to do this movement, maybe these tips helped, because I'm sure that they probably did. But if you want a workout program that utilizes this movement and others, make sure to log in, sign up, become members of the site. It's free, guys. Okay? You can have access to all the workout programs, ask me any question that you want. For some of our advanced stuff, sure, there's an optional upgrade. You guys can use that, but you get a lot more by signing up and getting access to the workout programs you guys will at any other website. So until next time, guys, this is Mike McErlane with another episode of Workout 101 right here on workouttrainer.com at Total Body Fitness Gym in Oak Park, California. Take care.